One thing I think we can all agree on is that House Bill 2 has done tremendous damage to the economy of our state and has huge potential for that damage to continue. So in recognition of that fact, even if we disagree on the morality of the bill, we got to agree on the economics. And that being the case, what action should we take?
And what do you think will be possible?
I think that's a good question. I think there seems to be growing consensus that the terrible provision in House Bill 2 that takes away the ability of North Carolinians who have, for example, been fired because of their religion or their race, they can no longer sue in state court. The governor has called upon the legislature to repeal that provision. I think there's growing support to do that. Why don't we just go and do that today and get that away? That's not going to stop the outrage from the job creators. But we can then proceed to figure out how to address their concerns. They're very much focused on the clear discriminatory provisions against transgender and LGBT North Carolinians. So we're going to have to address that to their satisfaction. That gets a little more complicated, but I think we need to either restore the abilities of North Carolina's municipalities to protect their citizens as they see fit from discrimination, or we need to refine and add to our new statewide non-discrimination law protections on the basis of sexual orientation, gender identity, and I would certainly advocate for veteran status also.
You mentioned this is hurting North Carolina. What sense do you have of the level of damage this is doing to our state?
Yeah, I think the old tip of the iceberg metaphor is appropriate there. We see the tip of the iceberg. It's very clear. PayPal, Deutsche Bank, so many other companies have said they are either not coming to North Carolina, canceling proposed expansions in North Carolina. The tip of the iceberg is pretty darn big. It's protruding pretty far above the waterline. We know the millions and millions of dollars that has cost the state already. What scares me even more is the rumblings I'm hearing behind the scenes of folks in business who have talked to companies, corporate recruiters, economic developers, who are hearing off the record from companies, hey, we're not even considering North Carolina because of House Bill 2. That's the really scary thing.